Good morning, everyone. I'm very happy to be here today because I'm about to share a very good news. This is a proud moment for our club. One of the greatest, one of the highest award or recognition for any Toastmaster club is President's Distinguished Club. And I'm delighted to share that our club, our Invictus, has achieved this prestigious recognition, and it reflects our dedication, our teamwork, and the learning spirit of all the members of the Invictus. So this deserves a huge round of applause. And now, as your sergeant announced, I, Toastmaster Shirin, welcome you all to the meeting number 575 of our Invictus Toastmasters Club. And now I will guide you through the core values, mission of Toastmasters, and followed by housekeeping rules. The mission of Toastmaster is to provide a positive and supportive learning environment to its members to develop their communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. The four shining core values are integrity, respect, service, and excellence. And now, to keep our meeting capacity and well managed, let us first dot the I's and cross the T's with a few housekeeping rules. As Toastmaster, we avoid discussing topics like sex, politics, and religion. Please refrain from speaking and moving around when someone is here delivering their speech or explaining any role. Please keep your mobile phones on silent mode to avoid unnecessary distraction. And online friends, please add TN and guest before your name and your role next to it for easy identification. And please mute your mic if you are not speaking, and please keep your cameras on while you are speaking. And friends, if you have any technical problem, please feel free to contact our tech master or host of the meeting. And please clap wholeheartedly after every performance because appreciation is Toastmasters culture and we have to follow this beautiful tradition. And handshake is a must here when coming on and off the stage. First handshake means all the best. And second handshake means well done. And now, one more thing. This is a hybrid meeting. So we must ensure that our online friends feel equally seen, heard, and connected throughout the meeting. Right? Now it is time to welcome our very dear presiding officer. She works as a medical content manager by day, and by evening she turns into a passionate research scholar. And she is a voracious reader, as we all know, and she always helps us to read a lot, and she always shares her beautiful thoughts and knowledge with all of us. That is why we lovingly call her Smiling Encyclopedia. And she perfectly reflects how humility and confidence go hand in hand. So please welcome our presiding officer, Toastmaster Dr. Sangeeta.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shireen, for a wonderful expression of love. Each week I am motivated by her because I also don't know a lot about me. The way you all guide me and motivate me is something that I really salute you all. Before I start the meeting, and I would just like to say that I won't be able to stand for a long time because my legs are bleeding. But whatever I want to state is, first of all, I want all of you to raise your hands if you have taken two roles in one meeting. Why are you not raising hands? Not today, anytime. Have you taken two roles in one meeting? Raise hands. No? No? I've also done. Toastmaster Tajinder has also done. First of all, I would like to thank you all because I understand it takes a lot of courage and a lot of focus to do this. I would also want to ask, where are we when there are roles vacant even on Friday or Saturdays? Remember why we became Toastmasters. You wanted a stage, the stage is yours. grab the role, be selfish for yourself. Because this is the only place where you can take 2 roles, 3 roles, learn multitasking. Because I have learned multitasking. First time when I did this, I froze. I literally froze because I was not able to juggle between 2 or 3 roles together. I thought I will because I always overestimate myself, but I realized it is not that easy job. And if you have taken 2 roles in one time, salute. Hats off to you all. Thank you for going extra mile for us. But again, this is your duty. And I think so, each one of us, it is our duty to fill all the roles by Wednesday. If you see that there are some roles, take 2 roles. Be selfish in this. Because maybe in a lot of office, you may not get a chance to speak always, because definitely there we have the terms like politics, sex, and religion. But here it is not there. What is stopping us? And secondly, I would also like to extend what Toastmaster Shireen said. We'll be very soon Smedley distinguished as well. And what makes us different from other clubs who must have received Smedley is our discipline, our punctuality, which a lot of division directors, globally, the Toastmasters are talking about our club. And they want favors from us, like calling me on ungodly hours to state, could you have more members in your club? But let me tell you, I would definitely make a cap so that you all can get speech slots. Not that we have a lot of members and a lot of members are not getting any slots, but I also want to see that you all are filling the slots as well till Wednesday, max. Because sometimes what happens, we underestimate ourselves. For example, I used to think, how can I evaluate amazing people? How can I evaluate Toastmaster Ritesh or Toastmaster Paris or Toastmaster any of you? Because the best thing is we all are growing together in such a way that our flaws are less and our positives are more. But we want to be not only flawless, not only perfect, but we want to be empowered. We want to be our best versions. We are not competing against each other or any other clubs, we are competing with ourselves. And that's what makes us different from other clubs. Because I have been to a lot of clubs, a lot of you must have been to other clubs, and a lot of you have told me, you don't like those clubs. There are some problems with it. And I'm 100% sure everyone must have felt it. Likewise. Therefore, I would want to say, if you're getting a chance, grab it. Grab it. Because we have to be our best versions. So if you are a little bit selfish with this, go for it. And with that, I would want to thank our guest. We have a guest. Nurul, could you introduce yourself, your name, where are you from, and how did you come to know about our club?
Yeah, hello everyone. I'm Noura, pronoun she, her, and I'm a doctoral student in global comparative education at Stanford University. I'm here in India for my dissertation research, and I will be on the job market soon. So I have a couple of months, and I wanted to just refine my public speaking skills, especially for interviews. And I've been searching around. I came across this club. I thought I would just try it, and thank you for inviting me.
Thank you. It's really a pleasure to meet you. And I hope you have an amazing time. Just to know that we would not have a section on impromptu speech today because it's a speechathon. So we have speechathon every month. So today is our speechathon meeting where there will be 5 speakers. So, and it's a hybrid club. So yeah, you are in for a treat today. Thank you.
Thank you.
And now, without any further ado, let's call our Toastmaster of the day. She texted me yesterday with a theme, and let me tell you, I love Leonardo DiCaprio like anything from the age of 3. And when she said about her theme, it's Catch Me If You Can. I was transcended to Leonardo. And all I could see was the movie. And I had to watch the movie again. So if you have watched that movie, you are in for a treat because trust me, our Toastmaster of the Day will make you realize what to catch when we can. So let's call our Toastmaster of the Day Toastmaster Namra. Who is also the timer.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sangeeta. Just one thing. But this one thing I want to say, I have postponed that theme because today we have speech marathon. So due to that, I have postponed that. But no worries. In next meeting, I will explain Catch Me If You Can. And I'm eager to tell you about that thought, about that movie. It's an amazing topic, amazing theme. But I'm so sorry, not in this meeting. Good afternoon, good morning, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. My name is Toastmaster Namra. It's my pleasure to be a host for in this meeting. Let me ask you one question before start the speech marathon. How many have ever felt nervous before speaking in stage? Many of us. I felt every time. The truth is, even experienced speakers get nervous, and that's why. The difference is that they speak despite their nervousness. Let me ask you another question. What do you think is more powerful? A perfect speech or a genuine speech? Anyone can answer.
Genuine speech.
Yes, a genuine speech. People may forget your words, but they really forgot how you made them feel. And that is what today's marathon is all about. A speech marathon is a special event where multiple speakers get an opportunity to practice, learn, and grow through public speaking. The goal is simple: speak more, learn more, and improve more. Because in Toastmaster, excellence is not achievable overnight, it's achieved one speech at a time. But before we begin the speech marathon, we have forgotten to invite one of the most important figures in today's meeting, the person who ensures everything runs smoothly. Please join me in welcoming our journal evaluator, Toastmaster Shireen. But before calling her up on the stage, I want to say she has given me a description about herself. Toastmaster Shireen is our own smiley lady, known for her positivity and encouraging nature. She is a simple and grounded person who truly values positivity and functionality. She is self-employed and enjoys teaching and guiding young children in her neighborhood. Her day begins with a refreshing morning walk, and in her free time, she enjoys listening to music, reading books, and spending quality time with her family. Toastmaster Shireen and her team will help us maintain quality throughout the meeting and ensures everything runs smoothly. Please welcome our journal evaluator, Toastmaster Shireen. The stage is yours. Thank you, Toastmaster Namra. Hello, everyone. Hello, online friends. Such a wonderful introduction. So, I would like to share something fascinating from the world of insect. Do you know insects survive environmental challenges in two remarkable ways? One is cold hardiness, where insects survive in the cold temperature, extreme cold temperature by changing themselves internally. And second is thermoregulation, where insects adjust according to the atmosphere to maintain temperature for survival. And now you must be wondering, what does this have to do with Toastmasters? Right? Right?
Yes.
Yes. So two reasons. One is Spider-Man movie is coming soon.
Yeah.
31st July. And spider's cousin insect suddenly came to my mind.
And second reason is the real reason. Just like insect, we also encounter challenges. Means Toastmaster also encounter challenges like nervousness, forgotten lines, timing pressure, and even the taking the role in the last moment. And for that, we prepare, we practice, we learn, right? And this shows our matter and helps us to grow as a rise to the occasion, right? Last time's idiom I was trying to use it. So here the general evaluator's role comes in and fits perfectly. So with my tag team, wonderful team member, I will observe throughout the meeting, starting from the first speaker, that is Sergeant at Arms, to the final speaker of the meeting, and observe everything, and will give my report in using CRC approach. Means commendation, recommendation, and commendation. In commendation, first commendation, I will tell what went well. And then I will observe and note down some recommendation because there is always room for improvement. And then second commendation, I will highlight once again what went well, what is the positive point of the speaker and overall meeting. And now it is time to introduce my wonderful team members. First, I would like to invite and welcome our wonderful timer, meticulous timer of the day, Toastmaster Namra.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Shri, for calling me up. So what's time is according, so what is time? The time matters. Anyone can answer. Speaking Toastmaster. Precious thing, okay. Any more?
Once you spend, you cannot turn it back.
Yes. Online members? What's time matter for you? Functionality? Yes, absolutely. So I'm the timer for today's meeting. I'm again here as a timer. So I'm going to, as it's a speech marathon, I'm going to time for all the speakers. I will show green cards at 5 minutes. I will show yellow card at 6 minutes, and I will show red card at 7 minutes. And for the evaluation, I will show green card at 1 minute. I will show yellow card at 2 minutes, and I will show red card at 7 minutes. I will come up with my report at the end of the meeting when the general evaluator called here. Thank you. Back to the general evaluator.
Okay, wonderful explanation of the role. Now I would like to invite my next team member, grammarian of the day, who is Toastmaster Ritesh.
Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and dear guest. I am your grammarian of the day. Part teacher, part detective, and part police. Don't worry, I will not issue fine. So only gentle observation, occasional public announcement, and missing articles. So coming back to the word of the day, it's very close to my heart. And I feel that is one quality I have. Anybody remember the word of the day? It's tenacity. Tenacity means we all faces challenges, we all faces setbacks, we all faces, sometimes losing something. And the quality you have, despite the fact you fight against all the odds, that is tenacity. And you can use it, this word is like, despite facing several technical glitches during her presentation, she demonstrated remarkable tenacity and delivered her speech with confidence. That is tenacity. And I would request everyone to use it now and later. The idiom of the day is go extra mile. Like in Toastmaster, beyond our roles, we go extra miles. As Toastmaster Sangeeta said, we take 2 roles. So go extra miles is to make a greater effort than expected or required in order to achieve goal to help others. How can we use it? A confident speaker doesn't just prepare the speech. They go the extra mile by rehearsing, refining, and connecting with the audience. So here is a challenge. I would like everyone to use it full-heartedly. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Tenacity and go extra mile. Very good. We will use it. Now, next team member is a counter of the day. He is joining us online, Toastmaster Tajinder. So please welcome Toastmaster Tajinder. Toastmaster Tajinder, stage is yours.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
You know I am in Philippines. Well, what you feel? I am happy. So I would like to say in this, do you know how many filler sound I used in this particular word? How many filler phrases I used in this similar smaller word? And how many filler words I will be using? So this is very important that we are using so many words which we do not encounter in day-to-day activity. So as our counter today, I am going to tell you about filler sounds, filler phrases, filler words. Like we are using am. Filler words like I think, you know. What I'm trying to say is you see, I mean, you know, so many. And filler words like well, okay, so, like, so many things which we are using during our 2-3 minute time in on stage, but which we have to. I will be noted down and I will give my report uh, once they will call me on stage. Thank you and over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Tajinder. Now, I would like to call our cyber security officer as a listener of the day.
Thank you so much, Shri. So, can I ask you all a question? Why there is conflicts in any relationships? Exactly. We usually hear to react. We don't listen to understand. That's the reason there are conflicts in any relationships. So, I'm going to ask some questions that and going to pay attention to every other speaker and going to play कौन बनेगा active listener in the middle. Thank you so much. Over to you.
Thank you for the wonderful explanation. And we will wait for KBC. Now, I would like to hand over the stage to our host of the day, Toastmaster Namrata.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Shri, for handing over this stage. Now, I don't want you to keep waiting any longer. Let's begin our speech marathon. Before inviting our first speaker, I would like to call upon the evaluator who will be evaluating the speech. Please welcome Toastmaster Tanish, the evaluator for the first speaker, Toastmaster winner, Toastmaster Tanish.
So I'm the first evaluator of this meeting of my target speaker, Toastmaster Bano. His pathway is dynamic leadership. It's his level 1, project 1. It's his icebreaker. Timer, please note, his speech timing will be 4 to 6 minutes. And the purpose of his speech is to introduce himself to the club and learn basic structure of public speaking. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Tanish, for letting us know. I want to call upon the stage Toastmaster winner. But before calling her up on the stage, I want to describe him in few words. Toastmaster winner is an engineering consultant and a passionate singer. He joined Toastmaster to become more confident communicator and a resilient leader, hoping to grow both personally and personally. Today, he will be delivering a speech titled When the Music Stops. Now I want to call upon the stage Toastmaster winner. Toastmaster winner. When the music stops. When the music stops, Toastmaster winner.
Thank you, Toastmaster.
Picture this. I'm standing center stage. The lights are blinding. The bass is thumping on my chest. The co-singer is filling with her hair to relieve her stress. The curtains are raising, and staring back at me is a sea of 5,000 people. Behind me is my band, Iktara. Just 5 of us who are ready to rock the show tonight. I grab the microphone, I look at the audience, and I belt out the first name. Hey, man, செம்மாதுழைவாய் மொழி சொன்னாயோ ஏரத்தே ஆசிக்கி ஜகாமன் पैरों से जमीन जमीन. This was a terrible, silent, and incredibly awkward moment that I had. So that was my first performance, first music performance. That's how it had begun. It started literally with a mic drop disaster to an adventure of lifetime. I founded Iktara in just 5 minutes. Over time, we grew into a powerhouse of almost 17 passionate musicians. And we took the band to levels I could only dream of. We performed in the bustling college fests, metro stations, malls, and the bustling streets of Chennai, and we were unstoppable until we were. The pandemic hit hard and the music stopped. We failed terribly to manage the silence. And across the COVID and post-COVID landscapes, the opportunities started to slip away from our fingers. And our incredible musicians had to eye on other established bands to secure their future. After 3 long years of pouring all our heart and hard work into Iktara, with no one to take up our reins, we had to close the curtains. It was heartbreaking, and honestly, that failure hurt me permanently. Even after I reached to Delhi to start a new chapter in my life, I still found myself refraining from opportunities that had come on my way, fearing that I would somehow let something fall apart again. So instead, I invested myself completely onto my job. Today, I'm an engineering consultant. I do love my job so much, but it is definitely not a walk in the park. So I am the youngest member of a very small team, carrying huge weights of both technical and managerial expectations. So I frequently find myself single-handedly handling multiple projects and also driving various business development initiatives. And every day I have to get things done. I have to negotiate and collaborate with multiple stakeholders who have on an average 15 to 20 years more experience than I do. While navigating through this high-pressure environment, I actually realized that I shouldn't still run away from the opportunities, and I shouldn't let any more opportunities slip away from my hands. With my analytical thinking skills and also my problem-solving skills, I can definitely become a good employee. But I don't just want to be a good employee. I want to be a great leader. And in order to lead effectively, and that too, if you're the youngest person in the room and also you have bitter experiences leading in the past, you'll have to work extremely hard to communicate, to influence, to negotiate, and to connect with everyone. That's when I found Toastmasters. Now, before I start, before everyone else accuses me, so my start here in Toastmasters have mimicked that broken microphone. I was not as regular as I should be because of work, and I just let work and life get in the way. But today I'm back. I've shown up completely for myself now. And not only to fulfill my goals of becoming a voracious leader and also a confident speaker, I also want to explore everything that I can learn from each one of them. The mic might have cut off on me several years ago, but today it's working perfectly. I'm thrilled to be part of this club, and I will be happy to know where this stage actually takes all of us. Thank you for listening. Thank you for listening. Thank you.
We really enjoyed your singing.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Master
Thank you.
Benno, for wonderful speech. We really love your speech, the speaking skills you have. Now I request everyone to give feedback in guest flow for our first speaker, Toastmaster Benno. Timer, please note. I request Toastmaster Tanish to give us 1 minute. I hope everyone has given feedback to our first speaker. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Tanish, for letting us know. Now it's time to call upon the second speaker on the stage. But before calling her up on the stage, I want to call her the evaluator, Toastmaster Sangeeta, letting us know the second to, letting us know our second speaker, speech title, and the objective. Toastmaster Sangeeta, please let us know.
Thank you, Toastmaster Navra. What is the lesson that you have remembered in your past? If I ask this question to you, something or the other will come to your mind, right? Whether a lesson is from your father or your teachers or your friends, or you're the betrayed heartbreaker that must have happened. So Toastmaster Shraddha has the title of the speech exactly like this, a lesson to remember. Her pathway is dynamic leadership, and timer, please note, the timing for her speech is 5 to 7 minutes. It is her level 2nd and project 1 pathway. And the purpose is to find about her leadership skills. So let's see what her leadership skills is all about. Thank you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sangeeta, for letting us know. Let's call upon on the stage Toastmaster Shraddha. But before calling her up on the stage, I want to describe her. She is an engineer by degree, but an analyst by profession. She enjoys travel, art, and public speaking. Now I want to call upon on the stage our second speaker, Toastmaster Shraddha. Toastmaster Shraddha, a lesson to remember, Toastmaster Shraddha.
Thank you, Toastmaster Namra. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and your guests. Raise your hands if you have been a leader. Raise your hands if you have been a leader. Well, think deeply, it's a trick question. And raise your hands if you have ever been a leader. For most of us, we have been a leader at our workplace. But for all of us, we are Toastmasters and hence we are leaders. We not only have a vision for ourselves, we strive towards growth. We work on it and we help each other grow as well. We all are leaders here. As a leader, we do get to make a vision and strive towards growth. But we learn this thing right from our childhood itself. As a child, we have already met our first leaders. It is our parents. Our parents not only just hold our hands and teach us to walk, but they ensure to courageously leave it loose so that we learn to fall only to get back again. Parenting in itself is a great leadership skill builder. I hope the parents here would agree. I can't speak anything about that right now, but I can say the parents here would vouch for the same. Although parents have been leaders to us, but we don't really see them as leaders. because they are normal people around us. Our first formal introduction to a leader is when we enter. Our teachers are our leaders. They teach us teaching styles and leadership styles as well. We meet a lot of leaders or teachers, but there are only a few who leave a lasting impression on us. And for me, it is my PD teacher and my English teacher. Not because of the memes or not because they are found together in most of the schools, but it is that both of them have taught me something which is completely opposite. One taught me what to do and one taught me what not to do. My PT teacher has been a strict, dominating, and a scary person. Standard is. Standard is, oh, sorry. And if you do it wrong, show your hand and they'll hit you with the ruler. You can't speak anything. You are very scared of their presence. And on the other hand, the English teacher would be kind, caring, understanding. Any confusion, any mistake you have, just speak, just tell her. I still remember the spelling of champagne. Does anyone remember the spelling of champagne? Even I do. Why? Because my English teacher had taught that it's not, even though it's pronounced as champagne, but it's champagne. Champagne. And this is one thing I can never forget. Even if you speak, fumble, or have a poor vocabulary, just go to her and she'll understand you. Be in your shoes and try to explain it to you the way you will understand. That created a lasting impression on me. Now, when I'm here in Toastmasters, I get to meet so many leaders out here who are assertive, who are tenacious, who go extra mile, and who are just beautiful human beings here. This teaches me so much. And when I got an opportunity to lead at my workplace, to mentor an intern, I grabbed that opportunity. I put in practice all the learnings I had so far. And I decided to be empathetic, to be like my English teacher and not like my PT teacher. I was there. I heard that person. I listened what they wanted. I was in their shoes. And any suggestion that came from them was not straight away rejected. It was calmly understood and then discussed and then answered. I realized that when I was holding their hand for a brief time and then allowed me to let go, they were able to make beautiful projects out there. They were coming out as more potential leaders, and that person, after all his internship had ended, was very impressed with me and said that this is one of the best internship I have ever had. What a great compliment I got. And a confirmation that my leadership style is actually working. It is the right working style for me. My leadership style is be empathetic. What is your leadership style? Back to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Shraddha, for amazing speech. Now I request everyone to please give feedback to our second speaker in our guest room. Thanks, sir. Now it's time to call upon our first speaker, Toastmaster Mahima. But before calling her up on the stage, I want to call her evaluator, Toastmaster Rajendra, on the stage.
Good afternoon, Toastmasters and guests. So today I will be evaluating Toastmaster Mahima's speech, and she will be delivering her icebreaker speech. And icebreaker speech is always special because its purpose is to break the ice between the would-be speaker and the stage. So the pathway that she has given me is undecided as yet, and level one, project one, and the title of the speech is If Life Were a Movie. Though the duration for the icebreaker speech should be 4 to 6 minutes, but she has given me 5 to 7 minutes. The purpose of this project is for her to introduce herself to the club and learn the basic structure of public speech. Good luck to you, Toastmaster Mahima. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Rajendra, for letting us know. Now it's time to call upon on the stage Toastmaster Mahima. She is from Kosi, Mathura, and loves traveling to the mountains. She loves cooking and expressing her creativity. Her goal is simple, yet inspiring, to become a better version of herself every day. And Mahima, you're already on. I'd like to welcome on the stage Toastmaster Mahima. If life were a movie, Toastmaster Mahima.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster, guests, and fellow Toastmasters. My name is Mahima Agrawal, and today I'll be delivering my first ever speech as a Toastmaster, and the title goes If Life Were a Movie. When I was about 4 or 5 years old, I used to watch daily soap with my mother and grandparents, completely fascinated like how we are able to see someone else's entire life unfold on the screen. And I still remember I asked my mother, Mommy, do other people watch us on TV too? And wonder if they find us entertaining. Well, fast forward to 20 years, I actually believe it now. Life is a movie. But the only difference is people do not watch us on TV. We all play our parts. We are hero in someone's movie, villain in another's, and just a side character in someone else's. But the last part, I refuse to accept it. Well, this is my movie, and I am the main character. So, the first chapter, Class and Blossoms. Born in 2002, February 27, in a small town of Uttar Pradesh, a very shy child. But I made my very first friend in nursery. And how? Over an eraser. I asked her if I can borrow one, and next day we were best friends. Got another over a pencil. Why did not I have my own stationery, you may ask? Because my mother simply did not pack me any because I used to lose them every day. But that got me friends. In 2007, I became a middle child. Yeah, my brother was born. Any middle child here? Yeah, you can relate then. It is not easy to be a middle child. You are essentially invisible to your family. You are loved, yes, but you are planned, unlike your older sibling. But yet somehow you weren't quite exactly what they expected. But life was easy. The only problem I had in my life is tuition homework not being completed. Lesson learned from chapter 1? Nothing. I was just a child. The only thing I wanted is to play Ooch Neech Ka Faaka with my girlies and to have that shakalaka boom boom pencil with butterfly sharpener. Here comes chapter 2. The Storm. The age of adolescence. Lost both my grandparents in my early teenagers. And if universe wanted to test me further, my cousin made me a Facebook account. Yes, a Facebook account. For a teenager with raging hormones, no boundaries, no one around her. My sister went for college. I lost my grandparents whom I was close with. So I did what every lost teenager do. I started talking to strangers online, and how these stories go, it all went bad. I got into an ugly relationship, parents found out, and it all went very bad. And then the most unexpected hero arrived, COVID-19. I know the world was suffering, but I feel terrible saying this. I was the happiest person on this planet because that chapter finally ended and he never came back. Lesson learned from chapter 2. Always and always talk to your parents and your siblings about everything. And I wish someone has told me that. Here comes my favorite chapter, chapter 3. Dil, Dosti, or Delhi. An introvert child from a small town moved to a big city with lot of curiosity in her heart. And what followed were the most beautiful years of my life. I met the most beautiful people as my friends. They all who always made me feel like the main character. And every day there was lot of drama. There's college or societies, friendships, late night walks. And I still remember one day I went for a U2 ride in central Delhi around 10 p.m. The streets were quiet, as if the city has finally let the deep breath. The yellow lights from the streets peeking through the beautiful trees from both sides of the roads, casting golden light upon my face as I am in the spotlight. The beautiful wind blowing my hair, and in that moment, with that road and trees and that amber glow, it finally happened. I felt like I'm in a movie with the stars and the moon as my audience, witnessing me to live my moment fully. College days were amazing. I had it all. From being so broken that I couldn't even afford food for the next day, to Yulu rides, to metro ride, to Sarojini tour on a hot summer day, to study under a street light and my first prom. In these years, I have carried scars, stories, and people that I am keeping for life. And as the chapter 4 begins, I have completed my 24 years and people asking, what's your plan? When are you getting married? And honestly, I do not have a plan yet. But what I do know is, picture abhi baaki hai. So thank you for being my audience, and I hope I will you entertained because somewhere on some TV, apparently someone is watching. Thank you. Over to you.
Wow, Toastmaster Mahima, what an incredible speech you have given to us. Now it's time to give feedback to our third speaker. I request everyone, please give your feedback in our guest group. Time up. Now before calling up our fourth speaker, let's welcome our evaluator, Toastmaster Shireen, for Toastmaster Paris.
Toastmaster Paris. Toastmaster Paris working on the dynamic leadership pathway, and he will deliver today level 1 and project 4 speech. And his speech objective is the objective of this project is to learn the value of giving and receiving constructive feedback. It helps develop active listening skills, provides experience in evaluating a speech effectively, and demonstrates how feedback can support continuous improvement and personal growth. The title of his speech is From Common Sense to Consulting Sense. Sounds interesting, isn't it?
Yes.
So let us listen carefully and learn something valuable from his speech. I'm sure he will showcase great tenacity and presenting his ideas and also help us understand how to go the extra mile in our thinking and decision making. The speech duration is 5 to 7 minutes. Please time it, note down this, and this is the all.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Shri, for letting us know. Our fourth speaker is Toastmaster Paras. Toastmaster Paras believes in giving his 100% to everything he does, whether it's work, learning, or personal growth. With a strong professional background in supply chain management, he also brings thoughtful perspective on beyond work. Today, he will be presenting his speech titled Common Sense to Consulting Sense. I want to call on the stage Toastmaster Paras. Toastmaster Paras, Common Sense to Consulting Sense. Common Sense to Consulting Sense. Common Sense to Consulting Sense, Toastmaster Paras.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Few months ago, I went to a restaurant with my friends. The waiter came over and asked a very simple question. Sir, do you want a regular water or a bottled water? Now, any human being would answer that directly. But somehow, my consulting brain got activated. And I replied, let's first analyze the hydration strategy and based on parameters like cost effectiveness and client satisfaction. The waiter stared at me. My friends stared at me. In fact, I stared at myself internally. Now that is the moment when I realized that consulting is no longer a job for me. Consulting has become my mindset. Good afternoon, Toastmasters and dear guests. Let me ask you a simple question. Have you come across any consultants in your life? Don't worry if you haven't, because your happiness is still intact. Consultants are a very special species. They don't walk into a room. They align the stakeholders. They don't eat food. They optimize calorie intake. They don't say, I don't know. They always say, let me come back to this often. I believe that over a period of time, consulting has also entered my personal life. I remember that moment. My wife called me up and asked me, what would you have for dinner? Now, a normal human being would respond with chapati or paneer. But the consultant me responded, we need to evaluate the few suggestions based on taste, based on the long-term sustainability, and based on the delivery time. She gave me a very scary look. A look that we usually get from our clients when we submit our invoices. And the response that I got was, okay, fine, eat eggs. That day, I had to sleep outside my room. So consulting has taught me a lot. Consulting taught me the value of time. Now, when we say that deadlines we need to match, consultants, it's very life-threatening events. I remember a time when I had to enter into a client meeting. I absolutely had no clue what needs to be told. My manager said, what you need to do is just be confident. Nobody cares about the knowledge. There is a magical formula in consulting that if you are very confident and you can deliver any speech beyond 20 minutes to the client. Also, what you need to know is you need to speak fast and have some graphs on your presentation. I was very confident. I walked into the room like a Bollywood hero. I presented my presentation. The first thing the client asked me, what is the root cause of the problem? And my response, without even thinking, I mentioned, we need to figure out multiple interconnected factors that are impacting this issue. Now, what does this mean? Even I don't know. But the client started taking notes, and I felt very good that at least I made them feel confident. So, this is what consulting has done to me. Another thing that I can correlate is basically consultants make simple things very complex. For example, let me give you an example of making tea. Now, a normal person would just boil the water, pour in some tea, and the tea is ready. But no, for consultants, it's completely different. They will align the stakeholders. They will have a tea implementation framework, and then they will have a continuous process improvement. The result, tea is still not ready. There has been times when the client had given us a very tight deadlines. I have seen my entire team get onto the mode of an Avengers. They are running behind chasing those timelines. I've seen that one person is making the slide, another person is changing the font, and another third person is changing the color of a box from a lighter blue to a darker shade of blue. And somehow the strategic presentation is ready for the client. Now, this has been something that has I have seen so far in consulting. But jokes apart, let me tell you that consulting has improved my mindset. I can now break down bigger complex problems into smaller problems to address them. I can handle tough clients. I know how to communicate well with the clients. I know that there are a lot of challenges when you come into different conversations with the client, but consulting has taught me these things. I know that whenever there is a traffic at the red light, my consulting brain gets activated. I go ahead for route optimization. When there is no space in the fridge, I go in for inventory management. And when unexpected guests come into the home, I go for demand management. Now, these are all consulting jargons that gets addressed into my daily thinking. But moreover, when people ask, what has consulting done to you? I say, consulting has given me sleepless nights. My weekends are no longer mine. My family time is no longer mine. But overall, it had made me better. Over to you, Alan.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Paris, for the incredible speech. That's an amazing speech. Thank you so much for that. And I request everyone to give feedback to our fourth speaker in our guest group. Thank you. Now it's time for our last and fifth speech. Let's welcome the evaluator, Toastmaster Ritesh, for our last speaker, Toastmaster Atul.
Today's speech is a bit special, and because my target speaker is delivering speech from Sydney. And I kudos to you to Toastmaster Atul and really appreciate your tenacity and going extra mile for Toastmasters. My target speaker pathway is strategic communication, level 3, and speech title is Roots to Rooted. Roots to Rooted by Toastmaster Atul. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Nitish. Our final speaker for today's meeting is Toastmaster Atul. Toastmaster Atul is passionate about leading business, turnaround, and has successfully transformed 16 organizations from losses to profit. He believes that strong systems create strong results, and understanding people make those systems. That journey brought him to Toastmasters. He has already completed 2 pathways and is currently working on his BDM projects. Toastmaster Atul, roots to routes. Roots to routes, Toastmaster Atul. The stage is yours.
Thank you. What is life? If you see our lungs, it's a structure like branches. If you see our blood system, the way the capillaries go deep inside, that's also like this. If you see a plant, it is coming from the roots. So what do the roots signify? Roots actually signify the life. And they signify how we grow. So when I say roots to rooted, the roots which are of the plant and the route which we take like a highway for our success. It is so much aligned. How many types of roots are there? Something like which is branching and doesn't have a long one inside, like this. One is a tap root which goes deep inside, and everything is a branch coming from the main stem. And the others are amphibious roots, which are spread across. Just imagine when we are growing in our childhood stage, how do we get rooted? We basically absorb everything and anything coming around. We are believing in breadth. Even when we go to school, there are so many subjects. When we are playing, there are so many games we play. There is no specialization of any sort. Neither in our friends, we mingle with anybody and everybody. And as life progresses, we realize that no, we need some more specialization. And in that specialization, we say that, okay, this is our strength. So this amphibious root, which is in branches spread across, starts to become tapered like a taproot. We identify which are the areas of our passion, where do we need to specialize and focus. We sometimes specialize in our studies, go into deeper research-oriented studies, your post-graduation, etc. In your games also, we say, okay, this one is really good. This one I don't like. This one I would like to really practice and become an expert in. There is a book by Chandrasekhar Mauli, The Catalyst. He describes very well how we grow in our career. He says the initial few years of our career are when we are trying to stabilize ourselves, to be rooted firmly, defining what our strengths are. And he says the second part of our career, when we have to grow, that happens when we start supporting each other. Just imagine, from the breadth, we got into the taproot, and now the strength comes in us as a leader. When we start supporting each other, when we start helping others to come up in their life, find their roots, make them stabilize. This is how the team leaders and the larger and larger teams and multiple teams being managed by leaders are. So do you think that all of us have the same roots? Can the roots change over time? Of course, for us it does. But what makes some leaders distinctively different from others, like a legacy being set up? Can you imagine some large trees, maybe the peepal tree, the oak tree, banyan tree, even the neem tree? Just imagine all these trees, which are huge, spread across in their branches. Their roots, after about 3 to 5 meters, stop growing deep. They start spreading across. They spread even 4 to 5 times the spread of their branches. Because after having taken their depth, now they want to influence others. And the king of all, the tallest tree, breaks all these rules. The tallest tree, the living species, is the redwood trees in US. It's in the Rocky Mountains. They grow, can you imagine how tall? 100 to 115 meters. You must be thinking, if the roots of a people tree go up to 10 meters, eucalyptus goes 10 meters, people tree goes up to 5 to 6 meters, the banana tree 3 to 5 meters. Just imagine a tree growing up to 100 and 115 meters. How deep could the tree be? The tree's roots are just 1 to 2 meters deep. Just the height of a 6-foot man. Can you imagine? Doesn't the tree fall with wind? Here is the catch. The tree, which is known across the world, a tree which has 2,500 years of life, compared to, say, a neem tree, 200 years. Say the people tree, maybe 500 to 1,000 years. And this tree has got 2,500 years. The difference comes, even if the roots are very shallow, they hold on to the neighbor's roots. So the whole forest has got roots intermingled. They don't go deep. They stand accountable to each other. So these leaders, the tallest one who are setting the legacy, are the ones who are deeply networked. Their network is their network. And as we come to Toastmasters, what do we come here for? To experience how others behave and how we can actually align with all of them. To speak in a manner that others look at us. They want to hear each and every word. Everybody wants to relate to us across different mediums. They say that this person speaks very well. This person explains very well. He is a very good teacher or she is a very good orator. All these things, when we are trying to influence others, first we get influenced by our audience. We go where the audience is, understand what they want, and then we deliver what they want, and then we take them where they could go. A child is very angry. First, we understand why the child is angry. Listen to the child. Give him what he or she wants, and then take them where you want. This is not good. Let's do this. A leader does the same way. And a redwood tree, the roots reach out to the neighboring tree, see what each other want and how they manage their resources. Do they get the right food? Of course they get. On top of it, because they know they are so well supported by each other, they spend their roots and resources somewhere else. These trees, over a period of time, does start developing some tannins inside. They can never get decayed, can never get invested by any sort of an insect. And you know, friends, it cannot catch fire. It spends all its resources in creating its legacy. Just imagine a leader who is building up its legacy. Steve Jobs, just to give an example, he spread his skills so far and wide and brought all of them together when the Apple phone was being made. And he added features into the phone which we had never thought of. He used the breadth into the depth. And then Apple just started as a phone, and then we see Apple, the devices across everywhere. One thing common across the countries is that most of us might be having an Apple device. I might be having 4 Apple devices. This is how everybody and everything is getting interlinked. So, what is life? I say, what is life without Toastmaster? Think, we are not here to study something. There is no teacher here at all. Isn't it surprising that we want to learn certain skills on communication and leadership, and there is no teacher here, there is no mentor here by system. We support each other. I may come as a beginner, and the other people will actually be coming and telling me, okay, this is where you could have done better. I look forward to the evaluator's feedback. This is what you did really well. This is what you can do better. And every speech is a level up. So, dear friends, tomorrow, don't lose the chance of going to Lodi Kali. Get as many people together for our club and help them. Thank you very much. Over to you, please.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Atul, for your amazing speech. Now, I request everyone, please give your feedback for our last speaker in our guest group. Time up. What an incredible speech marathon today we have. Wow. If you like, just tell me yes. Yes. I can't listen.
Yes.
Now, yes. We love speech marathon, and that's an amazing speech marathon today we have. We witnessed an incredible speeches today. Despite the challenges of leaving their comfort zone, each speaker delivered with remarkable tenacity. Now I want to return back the stage to our journey evaluator for today's meeting, Toastmaster Shireen. Thank you, Toastmaster Namra. First of all, please open your guest room and vote for the best speaker. Yes, your floor. Timer, please allow us for 40 seconds. Extremely. So now it is time to evaluate. So first of all, I would like to call our first evaluator of the meeting, Toastmaster Tanish. Please welcome Toastmaster Tanish.
How many of you like singing of my target speaker Toastmaster band? All of them. That's very nice. Okay. What's the most important thing for a speaker? To engage the audience. I like how he come up with the picture with he's forcing the audience to imagine. For example, picture this. I'm standing in the center of the stage. The lights are blinding. And then he and then he told about his band also. And yeah, imagine a dog get attentive, his ears get sharper. I don't know about you all, but that happened to me. But okay, and my conscious mind become similar like the dog's ears when he started singing. His clarity to his speech was on point. He could have added vocal variety to his speech, although his content was great. But on the other hand, the main thing about his speech is the impact. The main thing I observed that his stage movements. He could have used stage fullest, and the eye contact was accomplished, and he looked very comfortable on the stage, and it was very well crafted speech. In the starting, when uh, he started emphasizing and forced the audience to imagine. He could have added some more emotions to it. For example, close your eyes and imagine you're a singer and you're standing on the center of the stage like this. And although this speech was very well crafted, very structured, kudos to you, Toastmaster Vainav. And that's all from my side. Thank you so much.
Very nice. So next evaluator is Toastmaster Sangeeta. Please welcome her. Because you is not our call.
General evaluator, please note I will not be able to move here and there. So I have to stick myself on this area. Have you ever noted when you cram something and you go to your exam hall and you have a blackout? What if the repetition is in such a way that you do not forget it? Now let me come back to Toastmaster Shraddha's speech. Do you remember the question she asked you in the beginning? Yes or no? If she has asked the question, how many times she asked the same question? We all know she repeated the question thrice. That means when there is a repetition, there are chances that it goes to our long-term memory. It really worked. She had a confident stage movement, and whatever we have learned in level 1, she showcased it. Whether it was voice quality, it was tonality, it was getting on the whole stage. And she started with her childhood memories. A well-structured, a well-balanced speech has a body, example 1, example 2, and a conclusion. Her body was very well structured. What could have worked more is if she could have stated how she learned about her leadership when she found that intern, when she grabbed the opportunity. That is something we all wanted to hear. Yes, she has done an amazing job of explaining what are the leadership styles that she has learned from, but it could be more advantageous for us if we could have known what worked for her as well. Second, there is a concept called spoonerism, where there are two words. I'll just give an example. If I want to say very fast, I would say very vast. And that happens when we are nervous, not knowing which word will come next. And that was very much visible in her speech. I would not tell to practice more or be more impromptu. I would just suggest everyone to not be nervous, let it come, because we all are friends here trying to learn things. Other than that, I really appreciate Toastmaster Shraddha because even after having a writer's block that she suggested me yesterday, she performed relentlessly. What a tenacious leader we have. Thank you, Toastmaster Shraddha. Over to you, Toastmaster Kamran. Oh, Toastmaster Shiv.
Now it is time to welcome our next evaluator, Toastmaster Rajendra.
If life were a movie. The title of the speech was so apt, as Toastmaster Mahima has done complete justice to it. She took us on an entertaining ride throughout. There was a humorous feeling, laughter in the club. Overall, she divided speech into 4 chapters of her life. First chapter, childhood, was full of beauty of innocence, borrowing stationery, and gaining friends. I want to learn that skill. Shakalaka Boom Boom brought back my own childhood memory. I don't know how old I was back then. And then chapter 4 described her as a lost teenager with boundaries and waiting hormones, was an apt description of that crucial age. Chapter 3 titled Dil Dosti Delhi took us to another movie altogether. She painted beautiful imagery of street, light, breeze, star, moon, amazing college days. Trust me when I say I watched complete movie in front of my eyes. Chapter 4, turning 24, unsolicited questions. When are you getting married? Quite understandable. I love uh, how she gave lessons she learned at the end of every chapter. Overall, the speech was wonderful, but there are a few recommendations. Speech was very fast. She could have taken pauses at relevant places, could have played with the vocal variety, like changing tones to show amazement and low part of the speech. Overall, it was very entertaining, engaging, and confident icebreaker speech. And you truly are a main character of your own movie, Mahima, because you are playing it really very well. And if you could have added some more expression to make it more relatable, it would have taken your speech to another notch. That's all from my side. Thank you.
Wow, it's a wonderful evaluation. Now, I would like to invite the next evaluator, that is Toastmaster Shirin. Hi, I'm Toastmaster Shirin. Okay. So, how enjoyed Toastmaster Paras' speech or not?
Yes.
Say loudly.
Yes.
Yes. So just be confident. Nobody cares about your knowledge because a consultant never serves you a perfect tea, right? This is what you wanted to explain overall. But it is my pleasure to evaluate your speech, Toastmaster Paras. First of all, congratulations to you. Toastmaster Paras, this is such a wonderful speech. Honestly, I always enjoy speaking and listening your speech, especially 5 minutes. Last time you spoke on the title 5 minutes, right? I enjoyed that. First thing I really appreciate was your confidence and presence on the stage. That was wonderful. I liked it. And second, your command over English and clarity in your thoughts. And you express that very beautifully. Appreciate that. Third, your speech structure and flow, and that in your flow you were excellent. Everything felt smooth and beautifully connected in your speech. Next, your pauses, your uh, expression of the thoughts, everything was perfect and on the spot. That was wonderful. And Toastmaster Paras, I already mentioned that your 5 minute speech that I love the most. And every speech, actually, I have learned from your speech every time. Whenever you speak, come and speak well. Just one gentle recommendation for not only my uh, uh, Toastmaster Paras, but all of us. that we must not forget that this is a hybrid meeting and we must include our online friends also more frequently. So this is the one recommendation. Overall, I really enjoyed your speech. That was a wonderful speech and kudos. Thank you. Over to the evaluator. That is me. Now it is time to welcome our next evaluator, Toastmaster Ritesh.
What an amazing metaphor you shared, Toastmaster Atul. Connecting life with roots, and that was expected from him. We can see the huge tree behind, and we can easily connect. Coming back to evaluation. So when you say there was an optimum use of voice modulation, so when you say how can we grow, right? So voice modulation plays a very important role. Optimum use of hand gestures. Come to the life. You are using hand gestures throughout. When you use roots as a prop, we can easily connect that you are talking about roots and the life. Body language throughout the speech, when optimum use of the body language you have done. Some of the recommendation from my side is there could have been a better transitions in between your speech. So when we start with roots, then we go to the rockwood tree, then we go to the Toastmasters. So I find, transition is like changing a gear. So that is one thing from my side. But overall, we thoroughly enjoyed from your speech, and we also learned about from your speech. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ritesh, for the wonderful evaluation. Now it is time to open our guest group and vote for the best evaluator of the meeting. Please allow us for 40 seconds. Thank you, Toastmaster Mehta. Now it is time to play a quiz game. KBC. Here it Invictus, what we call this listeners row, KBC means knowledge brings celebration. So please welcome Toastmaster Tanish as a listener of the day.
Thanks, Mr. Shruti. So, the first question. What is the meeting number of the day?
5.
What topic is Toastmaster Namra going to share in the next meeting? What was the name of Toastmasters Van's band? Okay. What was the speech title of Toastmaster Shraddha? Excellent. Online members, what was the speech title of Toastmaster Shraddha? Anyone? Toastmaster Tejinder, Toastmaster Atul. Okay. Yeah, Toastmaster Shraddha. Okay. Okay, what is her leadership style? Right. In which year Toastmaster Mahima was born?
2002.
And what was her speech title? Okay. What is the future plan of Toastmaster Mahima? Picture वही बाकी है. What kind of brain Toastmaster Paras is having? Yeah. What is the main thing consulting taught Toastmaster Paras?
Sharing problems into parts and solve.
The main thing. Toastmaster Paras, you can answer that. How confidence is not all. Yeah. And the second one is the time management. Last question. What all trees Toastmaster Atul mentioned about?
Banyan.
There are two more. The remaining two are name and people. Yeah, thanks so much. That was my time. Toastmaster.
Do you enjoy everything? Yes. Then once more. Now it is time to welcome our accountant of the day, Toastmaster Tajinder. Toastmaster Tajinder, stage is yours.
Can I share?
Yes.
Sharing is not turned off.
Oh, just
I cannot share. Can you allow me to share?
a second.
No.
Just a second. Yes, you can share now.
Can you see my screen?
You have to increase the fonts little bit close possible.
See?
Do it, yeah, do it.
Just zoom it a little bit.
Just a minute. Is it okay?
Yes, yes.
Is it okay?
Absolutely. Fine.
Okay. Okay. Sir, I will not completed this SSA or president or TM Modi. I'm going to talk about speaker. First speaker, Toastmaster Vanav. First, he is one time he used, but he used one time, so one time. And one time long pauses, he has taken one and repeated word one. So altogether, he has taken six time he used. On the same time, speaker Shraddha, you can see here what I mean to say here. Everybody has tried to do their level best, but I would like to talk about Toastmaster Atul. He has used. Three long pauses he has taken. Altogether, he has taken 13. Uh, uh, but if you see here, winner of this speaker is Vanav. He has used only six times. As far as evaluator is concerned, Toastmaster Tanisk, he used eight times. If you see but, or so, or in the same time, Toastmaster Sangeeta, she used only three times. This is remarkable. Here, it's very difficult to find out the means. That is what we have to learn from the best speaker, that they are using they have totally command on their words. Toastmaster Jinder, she also used very well. She has used two times but one time so, one time one time, and all long pauses one, but it was seven. But if you see all together, winner was Sangeeta, but Ritesh and Toastmaster Sareen also did very well. This is the report from my side about these two winners from my side as far as our country is concerned. And secondly, I would like to end with one quote that you don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. Thank you, and over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Tajinder, for the wonderful explanation. Now it is time to welcome our grammarian of the day to explain, to give this report.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster. So I'm the grammarian, and my side is thank you, Toastmaster Shraddha. Thank you, Toastmaster Shri. Thank you, Toastmaster Ritesh. Thank you, Toastmaster Namra, and thank you, Toastmaster Sangeeta, for using word of the day. And thank you so much, Toastmaster Shireen, for using the idiom of the day. Good phrases were used like refraining. So refraining is by Toastmaster. Whenever you are refraining something, yeah, you don't want to do that or hold back or you stop doing it. And then there was a word like your network is your net worth. So that is also a good phrase. I can proudly say that there were no wrong usage of grammar, tenses, and any other languages. So I think we are improving a lot. Thank you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ritesh. Now it is time to welcome our timer of the day, Toastmaster Namra. Please tell us about what time it is.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Philippe. Let me start my time for myself. You know, today I have the easiest job. Every speaker, everyone has qualified, just one. But that's okay. He's in out of India. I think he can't see the timer card as he's using his phone. No problem. Let me start with the speaker. Toastmaster winner. He has taken 5 minutes 9 seconds. Toastmaster Shraddha 5 minutes 29 seconds. Toastmaster Mahima 5 minutes 55 seconds. Toastmaster Paras 6 minutes 5 seconds. Toastmaster Atul, he has taken 9 minutes 56 seconds. But that's okay. We can improve Toastmaster Atul. Evaluators, Toastmaster Tanesh, 2 minutes 12 seconds. Toastmaster Sangeeta, 2 minutes 54 seconds. Toastmaster Rajendra, 2 minutes 34 seconds. Toastmaster Shireen, 1 minute 59 seconds. Toastmaster Ritesh, 1 minute 23 seconds. Listener has taken Toastmaster Tanesh, 2 minutes 40 seconds. Grammarian, Toastmaster Ritesh, he has taken 51 seconds. Our counter, Toastmaster Tajendra, 2 minutes 56 seconds. Toastmaster Namra, 1 minute 20 seconds. That's all from my side. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much for the lovely report, Toastmaster Namra. Please open your guest group once again and vote for the all role players, including this auxiliary role players. Please.
Additionally, look for anything that is like best evaluators.
Best speaker, best evaluator, and auxiliary role players. Please vote for all three. Please allow us for 20 seconds.
It's an insect on your square. We started with that one.
Thank you, Toastmaster Amra. So first of all, I would like to appreciate the tenacity shown by each and every role player here. And all of you, I hope all of you enjoyed the meeting today because wonderful speakers are there, insightful evaluators, and each and every role player explained their role very beautifully and gave their report extremely beautifully, extremely beautiful way. So first of all, like as always, meeting was well conducted, like every time, energetic and full of learning. Meeting started on time, and I give this credit goes to all of us, all members who come on time today and always. So this is for all of us. Please clap for all of us that he started meeting on time. Next, coming to our host, the Toastmaster Namra. She handled the meeting so beautifully with her radiant smile and confident presence on the stage. Kudos to you. She introduced each and every role player, each and every speaker and evaluator beautifully. Kudos to you once again. And you handled your responsibilities with intelligence and ensured smooth and comfortable flow of the meeting. That is better. Our presiding officer, as usual, she opened the meeting, she welcomed the guests beautifully, and that is wonderful part of the thing because when guests are happy, we are happy. I think Noran enjoyed the meeting. Noran is not there actually. She left. Okay. Next, coming to our evaluators. We have 5 evaluators, all are wonderful. All gave their reports in a beautiful manner, including myself. I hope we learned a lot today because speakers are wonderful today. They means when I was voting, I was the undecided with whom do I vote. I hope I imagine that you all were thinking like that. Yes. Like speakers are wonderful today. Oh, all speakers, Toastmaster Shraddha. Actually, you were asking the question, and I was observing you, thinking in my mind, what a beautiful and confident presence on the stage. She is standing like this and giving an impromptu speech because you are saying this is impromptu speech, right? You didn't prepare for this. Such a wonderful speech. And now, my wonderful team, as I said, I have a wonderful team, a counter, listener, trimer, and grammarian. That was wonderful. You introduced your role very well, explained everything, how your role goes, and you gave report in detail and on time. That is wonderful. Kudos to all of you. And now, overall, I want to give one gentle suggestion to all of us. For all of us that I have noticed that our VP Education Toastmaster Result every Monday rolled out role requisition religiously on time. I noticed that. So why we all are here? Why? Why? We joined Toastmaster for what? Yeah. To learn, to grow. We want a stage that like our presiding officer already said everything, whatever I wanted to say, she said everything. But again, I want to say that as soon as our BB education rolled out the role requisition, just go and take one role or 2 roles as early as possible. Don't wait for Wednesday, Thursday, or maybe Friday. No, Monday itself, take a role. Whatever role you wanted to take a role. If you are, suppose if you are busy on that day, you are not able to do your commitment, just appoint someone else. Not call, but message someone else that if you want to take this role because I am busy, I took this role, but I am not able to do this role. I want to give I want that somebody else can take this role. If you are take and able to take this role, please take. If this happens, very good. If not, please inform VP Education or presiding officer. she will take care of. So I hope I explained this beautifully because this is the one recommendation I want to tell everyone that please go and take one role as soon as possible, Monday itself. Just wait for Monday, 11 o'clock. I saw that she put role requisition 11, around 11 o'clock every Monday. Then before 11 o'clock. Because I open my WhatsApp generally after 10:30. Before 10:30, I don't open my WhatsApp. I have to complete my other things because I have make a decision to myself that I will not open my WhatsApp or any other screen time except emergency after 8:30 and morning before 10:30. So this is my rule. This is from my side. Thank you so much. Over to you, Professor. Thank you so much, online friends.
We are way ahead of time, and that's it. We would look very awkward. It's Thank you for the throne. But I really want to thank all of you. And there is also the voting for best two role players. Let's vote and end this. And then I do have some announcements as well. There are 12 people and 9 votes. Who is left? Toastmaster Atul is left. Anyone? I think so Toastmaster Tajindir is also left. We all have voted, right?
Yes.
Yes. I can see. The best thing is when I see everyone is confused on whom to vote, and the pattern that I'm noticing from past 2 months. No, I'm not very. The pattern that I'm noticing is everyone has a tie now, and there is only one vote and one member wins. And for me, it is really a blessing. If we are growing as a club in this manner, I think so we'll achieve the greatest. And the announcement that I really want to make is by next week, I'll be rolling out the election forms. And I want each one of you to think this week on how you can contribute to the EC team. We all EC members are there with you, there for you, there by you. But the next term, because we'll also be getting this medley this month, personally, I want the team that they will handle next should be as efficient as us or before us. We want someone to make our club reach the pinnacle of success. If I have left something, please carry on that and make our club on your priority list. Because we all have, when we became EC members, we actually took an oath. And what I can see is not only our EC members, but all the members are following that oath. And trust me, the way I have fought for my club to anyone, and I openly admit it to the division directors, take any of our members and place them in ISC. I'm 100% sure they will be at the top. And if I have put that much I cannot find any words because it's trust, it's loyalty, it's everything. I need all of you to trust yourself as well. And from next week, I also had a plan, a proposal that I have shared. Like every week, we can connect and talk about something, talk about our niche, so that we can learn from other members as well. So this time, I plan to vote Toastmaster Ritesh. If you can guide us on negotiation or anything on Thursday, and on Wednesday, and on Thursday, Toastmaster Tanishq could guide us anything on the cybersecurity or anything that you would like us to learn. It'll be great for us. And then you can just come up with your ideas, ping me if you want to let us learn something. And I'll always be open to it, because one thing that I've noticed among all of us is we have this learning attitude. And it doesn't matter if there is only one person who's joining. I do not have problem if I have to teach or explain whatever I have learned to only one person. It is just the dedication. Like, if I think so, we were planning from 2 or 3 weeks, but there were some hold-ups, there were some blockages. So I'm planning, let's say this and let's start. Let's see what happens. Because we also have Zoom, and we are allowed to have all these meetings. Then why not take advantage? Next is, there is a division, something that is coming up, and Toastmaster Yuvraj is also connected with me, where we can actually meet a lot of people, a lot of strangers, and guide them into Toastmasters. That is also something that we can think about it, but you first think about it and bring it to me. If you want, I would definitely give your names to the event that is happening, which is like there'll be a park and we can meet from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. I know it's quite early, but I have seen a lot of early risers here. Connect with the strangers, because one thing that I have faced a lot of challenges is talking with strangers. And that is why when I go out with Shraddha or Shireen or Rajinder or anybody, the way they handle talking with strangers, I have seen right now as well, I actually hide behind them, because I want them to talk. If the food is not good, I have seen Toastmaster Shireen telling, okay, this is not fine, this is the problem, this is the solution area, and I'm still learning from everyone. And trust me, I'm just standing here. You might be thinking I'm having a lot of confidence, patience, and everything, but it's only here. When it's outside and when I have to talk to strangers, I have to paraphrase a lot in my mind. Whether people will sound it like if I sound rude, or whether it's a correct way of speaking. Because definitely I have never been able to take a lot of feedbacks. And if the feedback comes from someone's insecurity, and it's very much visible, but I am ready to take feedbacks from you all, because I have seen we all are so not only humble and grounded, I find you all the best. And trust me, whenever I'm not present on Saturdays, like there were 2 or 3 instances this tenure, I missed you all like anything. I missed you all, and I just felt there is an extended family that is not around me. And when you all shared congratulations to me personally, I was like all awe, because I remember one of my friends asked me, hey, you're not responding from 2 days. And I said, hey, it's my graduation. I want to celebrate it myself. That my thing came. But when you all celebrated on behalf of me, I just felt the most amazing thing ever. I felt more grounded, and I really want to thank all of you individually. And therefore, I have suggested few names to the division directors, and I think so 2 or 3 people knows. I would definitely want your address as well. I'll connect with you personally, and I really want to thank all of you for being so amazing, where I get to learn a lot. And therefore, this Wednesday we are starting. Let's have a name for our incognito club that we'll be having on Thursdays or Wednesdays. So any suggestions of names? Star? Star Club. Why only have club? It could be just anything. We want more solutions or more names.
Shining star.
Shining stars. Okay. Any other names? What about online member? Toastmaster Tajinder, Toastmaster Atul. Do you have any names that we can have for our incognito club meetings?
Sankalp. Sankalp as in commitment.
Sorry, Toastmaster Atul, I couldn't catch it.
SANKALT.
S-A?
SANKALT. Sankalp.
Uncle,
Sankalp. Wow. Sankalp, Shining Star. Do we have any more names?
I have a group for my sales reps. I call them leaders.
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 We all are.
That's a group name.
After party. After party leaders. After club.
And taking from banner is like something like huge.
Wow. I actually love all the names and I'm very poor in naming stars. Could you help me? Which name did you resonate with most?
Maybe we can have a poll.
Yeah, we can do that as well. So our associate VP Ed, write all the names and roll it in the group so that we can actually get a vote on it. And let's start on Wednesday. What time are you available?
After 7.
Of course, because we all have a job and a lot of people are also college students.
What will be the duration of that?
It could be 40 to 45 minutes because, in level 5, we have a session or speech for 40 to 45 minutes. Why not take the advantage of this?
And I would like to make it interactive.
Absolutely, it would be. It has to be. So we all are yes to it, right?
Yes.
After 9. I am ready because I don't have any issues.
After 7.
After
Maybe
7 time.
We could change as per.
Yeah, we can do that. But the thing is, Shraddha's office timings are really ungodly.
Same office.
Okay. Not me. I changed my job just to come to this Toastmasters. Okay, we can do. Works for you on Thursday? Thursday? No, I do not understand this.
I'm okay with it.
Okay, fine. Thursday. Okay, fine. Thursday is great. So you want once a week or twice a week or whatever comes up?
We start with once.
Okay, let's begin with once. Fine. So the button is yours now. And absolutely. So whoever is the speaker, they will be in charge of conducting everything. I'll just help if you need any facilitation, like with the Zoom thing, invitations and all that, I would definitely help. But let's start. Because I have seen one thing, when we do not start and it just goes on and it extends beyond time limit. So if we start, we'll understand what all comes up, what all problem areas are there, what all blockages are there, and we can sort it when it happens. So let's start it. And even the next TCs can also help us to grow more because I'll be the IPP. I have to be helping, but I really need all of you to think this week on how you can contribute. And I would definitely talk to you individually as well, because I can see all of you as leaders. Definitely we are leaders because we are Toastmasters, but leaders for ECT. So I'll actually connect with you all separately and would help you if you need any roadmap on how to go ahead. Right now, we can go with the certificates. Biggest we also taking pictures and keep it. Who can take pictures? Oh yeah, you have to. Oh no, you don't have to take today. You take pictures. No, you will not. I'm not good at it. Okay, yeah, you can.
I will also.
I'll tell you the reason why you are not supposed to take.
That was obvious.
Yeah. You can understand, so let it be a surprise. The best thing is, both of our breaker speeches were in tie, and there was one member who actually won, and not the ice breaking speech, but Toastmaster Paris by one vote. And we can ask Toastmaster Paris for third week of June to take and teach us something.
Sure, maybe next week.
Yeah, how to solve the problem.
What offense then?
Now for the best evaluators, I asked everyone to vote religiously and everyone voted, but still we have a tie. So it's Toastmaster Rajinder and Toastmaster Tanish. Now do you understand why I said no? Congratulations and celebrations. Don't go, come. There's another certificate for you. So for the best role player as well, it's Toastmaster Tanish. Yeah, exciting. Okay. And for best role player, that there was a tie again, but with one extra vote, it's Toastmaster Shireen. Thank you, all of you. But the best thing is, it's just one extra vote. For every winners, it's just one extra vote. And that's how much we have come. And I really want to thank you all. And with this, let's adjourn the meeting. But let's have a ritual first. Toastmaster Tajinder and Toastmaster Atul, could you switch on your camera so that we can actually take a picture? Half of the members can stand here, half of the members can stand here. And it's Alt, Control, and print screen. Wow, Toastmaster Atul, that's so beautiful.
What opera?
So one is from Sydney, one is from Philippines. Wow, we are going international. So who's taking pictures? How to take pictures? Okay, let me do this. Sorry.
Tajinder, are you using a laptop? Can you take a screenshot?
Yeah, Tanish, camera mein aao. Yes, thank you all of you. Let's adjourn the meeting. You can end the meeting from there.